Hello guys. Let me show you LeakBuster, our brand new poker analysis tool. It will not only help you fix your leaks in your game, but it will show you how to exploit your player pool as well. It is a database analysis software, and all you have to do is to import your hands. Then select yourself as hero. You could change that later to a specific villain to have a detailed report on him. We will check that later. But let's start with yourself. You can see on the statistics part, all important data. Your own stats in all different spots. Your player pool, or let's say your opponent's overall strategies. And also some numbers coming from the solvers which let you know instantly if something is out of line. This would be marked in red. We included all the stats you need pre-flop and post-flop, single raised pots, 3 bet pots, for bet pots etc. 2 barrels, 3 barrels, probe bets, delay c-bets, overbets and so on and so forth. For each action, it is possible to check all the hands that went at showdown, which hands were winning or losing, and super importantly we can check how the range is constructed according to these showdowns. Of course, the bigger sample of hands you have, the most accurate analysis you can make. But it is cool to see and compare it with how the solver would construct its own range. How much percentage of its range would be a bluff in some spots? Let's take an example, guys. My opponent c-bets the flop and then overbets the turn. Pretty common stuff nowadays. But we are not quite sure if they are really well balanced here. We suspect they have too many value hands. Would it be a good idea to overfold to them? Well, let's check together. Pretty interesting, right? We have 2 options to do this. We can simply go to the Overbet tab and check the player pool range. It is possible to check one specific opponent by changing the hero, but now let's focus on the player pool to get a general idea. Here we can see overall when they overbet the turn, how their range is constructed. They have about 40% very strong hands, 40% draws, just a bit of thin value bets and 8% of air. Now, let's compare with a standard 1.5x overbet on the turn by the solver. It's kind of interesting to see that the solver has more air combos 17% and less draws 29%. This is just an example. It would be quite board dependent, but this gives an idea. Now let's say we really want to go deeper in this research. We would like to investigate specifically button versus big blind in single raised pot. We go in the Custom Research tab. We input the pre-flop and post-flop actions. X means check. A means raise. C means call. Etc. We search for player pool. And we set the turn sizing to overbet, 100 to 175% of the pot. Let's see the result. All the hands that went to showdown are shown instantly. Now we can see their range construction for overbetting the turn. They have 27% draws, 18% bluffs, 36% strong value hands. Well, here it seems that they are doing a great job. Their range is pretty well constructed. Very similar numbers to the solver. LeakBuster is not only a statistic tool, it is a real database where you can save all your work and analysis, classified by spot. Very convenient to make hand reviews on similar spots. Let's say you want to work on single raised pots. Small blind, big blind situations. When the board comes ace high in rainbow. It is very possible to do that. You can review all these hands, take notes, write down all your analysis. It will be saved in the main database or even in the study base. The study base is a normal database, but the hands there are used only for analysis or review. It will not be taken into account for statistics calculations. You can switch from the main database to the study base with one click. But the stats calculations will only be done with the main database. We understand that all these statistics could be a bit overwhelming sometimes. That's why we implemented a function to get some quick read on a specific opponent. Let's click Analyze Player. Now we select a villain. Let's say This one. Now we have a quick review on his gameplay. You can see all his bluffs, or thin value bets by simply clicking on the stat. All the hands where we have a showdown will be shown in the replayer area. It is also possible to change the hero to this specific player and we would get a complete review of his game with all his showdowns in all spots. We also made it possible to import or export databases very quickly, making it very nice to share your work or analysis with your training partners or students. That's all for today, guys. We wish you good training and see you later. Bye.